Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here, and with me today I have Nehal Chudasama. So join me as I welcome her on Zoom channel.
Hi. Okay, first of all, it's Nehal Chudasama.
It's Nehal Chudasama.
No, I like to rectify because a lot of people mispronounce
I
it.
have one of the questions around it, Nehal, and I have to ask you this question. Like how, and let's start with that question only.
Right,
How over the years, Bollywood actors keep on changing their names according to how they want to present in front
Right,
of people,
yeah.
in front of the audience.
Right.
Like Dilip Kumar changed his name. It was Yusuf Sahab, but he changed to Dilip Kumar. And I have seen videos of you, correcting the paps, correcting the actors, correcting the journalists, and even me right now, with the pronunciation. You ever felt like, maybe you should give it a try of changing the name or like that? Ever you had a thought about it?
Not really. Okay, there are two reasons why not. First, it's such a unique surname. I know very often people keep mispronouncing it, but I think Chudasama is something that people will remember at once.
Yeah.
So that's one reason I don't want to change it. And second, this could be a little, I don't know what, but my numerologist told me that the collection of your name is like a perfect number. So I think you shouldn't change it. I'm like, fine, whatever works for me.
But I have to say that, TK, you never felt that urge. But Nehal, for that matter, is a name which is used in men as well as, women, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think Nehal.
And what it means.
Nehal is the pronunciation they use for men, which means happiness. And Nehal, I've never really come across any Nehals. You'll come across Nehas, Nehals, Neha, but not Nehal as such. So again, that's a unique name, I feel. So
And I have to say, आजकल तुम बहुत हीरोइन बन के घूमती हो, बड़ी हीरोइन बन के घूम रही हो. What is the reason behind बड़ी हीरोइन बन के घूमना?
देखो, I think सारी औरतें हमेशा से हीरोइन रही हैं. तो मैं तो हमेशा से बड़ी हीरोइन ही बनते हुए घूमती हूँ और मैंने ये ताने बहुत बार मेरी ज़िंदगी में सुने भी हैं. ऐसे आते जाते लोग कहते हैं, ओ कुछ अच्छा कर लो, कुछ आउट ऑफ द वे कर लो, कुछ ऐसा कर लो जो लोग सोच ना पाए. तो ताने आ जाते हैं, खुद को क्या समझती है, बड़ी हीरोइन बनती है. सो आई थिंक मैंने इस ताने को अब अपना लिया है. और इसी के नाम पर मैंने शो भी कर लिया, बड़ी हीरोइन बनती है.
And I really want to know about this show, like बड़ी हीरोइन बनती है. It's like हमारे इंडियन सोसाइटी में वो टॉन्टिंग वाला भी आता है और कभी कभार पता है जब कोई प्रॉब्लम में होता है, हाँ बड़ी हीरोइन बन के घूम रही थी ना, अब देखो क्या होगा. तो क्या है बेसिकली, व्हाट इज दिस?
I think it's a very women empowering show, not just women empowering, but empowering in general.
Okay.
हम like even men for that instance, जब भी जैसे as I mentioned, जब भी हम कुछ out of the way करते हैं या फिर कुछ ऐसा करते हैं जिससे सामने वाला ट्रिगर हो जाए या उसकी superiority complex ट्रिगर हो जाए, तो हम ये ताना सुन लेते हैं खुद को. और सिर्फ बाहर वालों से नहीं, कभी हम अपने फैमिली वालों से भी सुन लेते हैं, बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स से कभी सुन लेते हैं. सो आई थिंक इस ताने पे ये शो है, बड़ी हीरोइन बनती है, जहाँ पर हमारी प्रोटैगनिस्ट जो है वो बड़े कारनामे कर रही है और जिसमें उसको बचपन से एक ताना सुनाया गया है कि हाँ बड़ी हीरोइन बन रही है और वो आउट ऑफ द वे जाके छोटे शहर से बड़े शहर में आती है और कुछ बड़ा करना चाहती है, जिसमें उसकी फैमिली से शुरुआत होती है तानों से कि बड़ी हीरोइन बनती है. तो बस इसी पे हमने शो बना लिया.
तो मुझे ये जरूर पूछना है कि आपने कभी कुछ ऐसा कारनामा किया जो बहुत अतरंगी हुआ हो एंड पीपल वुड बी लाइक, ओ माय गॉड, डिड शी एक्चुअली डू दैट? ऐसे कुछ किया कभी लाइफ में? ओके, यू हैव बीन क्वाइट कंटेंटेड, भले फिर दुनिया कुछ भी बोले.
एब्सोल्युटली. आई थिंक सबसे बड़ा कारनामा अगर मैंने कुछ किया है तो वो है मिस इंडिया का खिताब जीतना, मिस यूनिवर्स में इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करना. सो आई थिंक आई वाज अराउंड 17 years old व्हेन आई थॉट दैट मुझे मिस इंडिया जाना है, मुझे मिस यूनिवर्स जाना है, इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करना है. एंड देन यू स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग, यू टेक दीज बेबी स्टेप्स. सो मेरे फ़ोन में एक ऐप हुआ करता था जो पैजेंट से रिलेटेड था. अब किसी दिन फ़ोन गिर गया, आई वॉज यूजिंग इट, द फोन फेल एंड अ फ्रेंड सॉ इट and so he started laughing, like literally rolling on the floor and laughing that, oh, because I wasn't a very conventional looking teenager and people couldn't believe that I wanted to participate in Miss India, and back in the days I was also on more of a heavier side, obese. So he couldn't believe it. तो उसने ऐसा कुछ कर दिया कि उसने अपने सारे फ्रेंड्स को जाके जोरों शोरों से चिल्ला के, अरे इसको हीरोइन बनना है, मिस इंडिया बनना है, ये वो. एंड I obviously took that to my heart and तो उस वक्त पे ये एक ऐसा moment है जो that clicks me the first thing when you ask me that question कि हाँ उसने जोरों शोरों से चिल्ला के बोला कि अरे इसको तो हीरोइन बनना है बड़ी हीरोइन क्या मतलब you know सुनाना कि बड़ी हीरोइन बनना चाहती है हाँ
taking it very lightly कि अरे इसको हीरोइन बनना है
pulling your leg or
pulling your leg.
trying to show a woman
Trying
her
to make you
place.
feel like inferior in a
I
way.
think our society is very used to trying to show a woman her place कि तुम ये करो ये मत करो तुम ये नहीं कर सकती for whatever reasons. So I think that was my बड़ी heroine बनती है moment when I you know encountered something like that and it triggered me and I'm like मैं इनको बताऊंगी क्या कर सकती हूँ and then I think 5 years later I was at Miss Universe stage. So yeah.
So I have to ask you, like, as we speak about, badi heroine banti and, going on those conversations, Miss Universe, तो यानी आप वहाँ पर भी जा चुके हैं, and you have been, Femina Miss India, but coming to acting, तभी काफी लोगों का objection भी हुआ होगा, in family, in relatives, like how can she become an actress? The world that side is lopsided and all, so how was that for you? How did you take that as a challenge to convince them?
Yeah, right. So I never planned on to being an actor. कभी मैंने सोचा नहीं था कि मैं एक्टर बनूंगी. This also was because everyone around me would always remind me the fact that I'm not very conventional looking or commercial the way they say, So they would again try to show me my place that okay Miss Universe ठीक है अच्छा but acting तुमसे नहीं हो पाएगी. So I don't really take these things as a challenge but I hold these things to my heart. Like कि अगर इसने ऐसा बोला है तो probably I'll start exploring myself more कि why is this person saying that I can't do something like this and I would give it a try and about me I don't just give it a try I give my 100% onto everything that I do everything it's either 0 or 100 there's no in between so yeah I did it. I did a few acting workshops and I got a good feedback that you can actually pull it off being an actor or your camera presence is good and you got the skills and talent to act actually to be an artist. So I think I took on that journey and yes, I've had relatives and friends again telling me अरे अब acting करनी है आपको all these things that oh ये industry अच्छा नहीं oh ये people who come from a very orthodox background who don't know things about how things work here in this entertainment industry especially again them trying to show me my place and me just breaking all these stereotypes. I'm sitting here as an actor so that's how I did it.
And only if they knew that it's very professional and you have to be like that.
Exactly.
But also Nehal, as I talk about your journey, working with Kashmir made a lot of noise, especially your scenes with him, the way you have acted like a jilted lover, the way you have been possessive around him and all. How was that? Did you feel that was one of the talking points and turning point in your life?
It is. I think it's always been great working with people who are passionate about what they do. And Kashmir is one of those people. Yeah. Like when he's on set, he's breathing his character. So that's one thing I learned from him as well. Although I knew the ways of doing it, but I think when you come across people who are so passionate about everything they do, it sort of fills you more with what you want to do as well. Yeah. So I think it helped me a lot as an actor. And yeah, it was fun as well acting for Tu Zakham Hai, being on the sets. So yeah.
When you started your career in Bollywood, were you also made cautious about a lot of things, but it happened to be something else? Like, Shahid Kapoor said in one of the interviews that, he was constantly being told, like, no, don't go in this direction, this could be a flop. But it worked in his favor rather.
Yeah. I think it never ends. You will have 10 different people telling you 10 different things. Yeah. And I do listen to everyone. It's not like I ignore everything that people say because everyone comes with experience. True. So I do listen to them. But at the end, I listen to my intuition because that is one thing that has got me where I am today. So I think I'll keep listening to my intuition and do things as per what I want to do and what I feel like doing. So yeah.
But does it get robotic sometimes and mundane and tiring because there are so many voices you have to hear and eventually you have to do what you want to. So it also can upset some people. It could lead to leaving certain relationships and it could otherwise continue in a very good way.
I think it does. It does that. But I am a very balanced kind of person. Like, let's say if Samina suggests me something, and if I don't end up doing it that way, I think I'm gonna go and have a conversation with Samina that why I didn't end up doing what she suggested me. I think communication is the key. Yeah, you communicate with people, and it just helps you find a way out. So yeah.
That's awesome. But I have to ask you, Nehal, talking about your journey overall, and especially, as I said, like your scenes were quite talk of the town. Were you a bit uncomfortable, a bit reluctant that, this is not what I signed up for? And of course, even you didn't sign up for it, but you knew that, eventually as in acting, you have to act.
Right.
But it also makes you uncomfortable because you've never done something
Right.
like this.
Yeah.
Tell me something about that.
So, I think the first thing that I learned as an actor is to not judge my character. I'm living that character. So, whatever the script makes me do, whatever the makers want me to do, I would rather just follow that. I've never felt uncomfortable doing any of the scenes as Shania or as Anastasia. And trust me, I've had very unconventional scenes in a lot of ways, but never, because I never judged my characters that I'm playing. And yeah, it's just, I think I'm just blessed to have amazing actors around me who make you feel comfortable not just on screen when you're rolling, but also off camera. We're friends and we're chilling, we're vibing, as they call it. So yeah, never uncomfortable.
But also, you are quite active on social media, and does that get taxing sometime? Because right now, the algorithm is a thing, and you have to post a certain post or have a certain reel according to what is trending, what is happening, and at the same time, you have your own competition and your own contenders to deal with.
Right.
Does that get taxing? Presenting yourself, you may not be in a good mood, but being wanting on social media, but you have to be up there, for that expectations what people have under you.
Yeah, it definitely gets very hectic sometimes. In fact, so I do what I want to do. I'm that person. If I feel like not posting on a certain day, I'm not going to post. If I keep those posts prepared, I'll probably ask my manager or my brother to, post it on my behalf, write a caption and, like decorate the post as they call it, and then just post it. But trust me, I've spent weeks without posting anything because I'm not in that state of mind. So when as I mentioned earlier, it's either 0 or 100. When I'm on it, I'm on it. I love interacting with my audience, my followers. I post a lot of stories every day, and my friends, and people laugh, people interact with me on the basis of which I absolutely love. But then there are days when I don't post anything. In fact, I've come across such moments where, a fan or two has asked me, "Ma'am, are you okay? Today you've not posted anything. Are you okay?" So I think that's the kind of relation and bond I share with my followers, and I think they're fine with me not posting anything for a while. I think everybody should take a break when it's needed. So, yeah.
But I have to ask you that, do you also feel that because of social media pressure and presenting yourself in a certain manner, it also changes the image, what you may be in person? You may be very jovial a person, but you may be coming across as a very strict person, or maybe someone who's very strict with his diet or her diet like that, or wanting to be in that glamorous world. You may be a different bubbly person altogether in nature, like that, but when it comes to social media, the presentation is very different, which leads to a bipolar kind of personality, in a way.
Yeah, you sell what you show. I am a very bubbly person, and I show that on my stories. I will show that on 1 or 2 reels that I drop probably 3 or 4 times a month. But then the other ones have very poker face, very stronger personality. So I think I am personally able to show everything that I am through my social media. I'm actually glad that social media exists, because I don't think earlier with videos or shoot videos or pictures, no one was actually able to deliver what they actually are as person. But because of social media, because people, just every morning I'll just like, hey, good morning. So that's me, So people who perceiving me personally as someone who's a more stronger or elegant character, or probably the way I'm talking right now, that is me as well, but there's more to me, and through social media I'm able to deliver that. So yeah.
And since we're talking about social media, I have to ask her about a special account, which is a private one, which I have been trying to know more about it. There are some special pictures on that page. When will I get an entry over there? what the pictures are about?
You don't want to have the entry.
Really? Don't do that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I post the most stupidest stuff there.
Wow.
And I have a few friends. I do have a few director and actor friends there, like a couple of them who like I'm really close to. And they tell me, Nehal, why don't you post all this stuff from on your official account, because people would love what you are there. But you know, everything comes with a little bit of consequences. So, and I don't think I'm mentally prepared for it. Like being blunt out there, I'm not yet prepared for that. So I'm taking my time. But
Yeah.
close friends. I'll add you on my close friends, Samina.
Sure, I'm definitely coming over there. But I have to ask you, Nehal, and I've seen that, over the years, you have evolved as a person. What have I seen you, before versus now? It's a different journey altogether for you. What inspired you and what kept you going?
Growth. I don't want to be someone who's very stagnant and very rigid with who I am or who I was 5 years back. I want to be infinite in every direction. That's something that I want to do. So that really pushes me to evolve myself, to grow, and to be out there. So yeah.
And I have to ask you about your special thing, which is about the journey. And the journey is very difficult also, But right now, are you contented where you are?
I am, absolutely. So, there are two ways of seeing it. Like, I've represented India at Miss Universe, like here. I've enjoyed all the fame, all the love from the audience. As my journey as an actor has started from the scratch again. So, I'm someone who's not been like I'm not ascending.
Yeah.
I'm having this roller coaster ride, and I'm very contented because I'm aware that I have a long way to go as an actor. Even to be an actor, to be someone that the audience loves, absolutely loves, So I think I'm contented with what I'm getting, because I'm also aware about the fact that there are lots of talented people out there who are not getting jobs, who would do anything to have one job, one character they play in one series so that they're seen. So I'm very contented and I'm very grateful actually.
That's why I had to ask you, there are so many fishes in the pond, and which one are you trying to be? Are you trying to be a dolphin or a shark?
How about a doll shark?
A doll shark, wow.
Yeah, balanced. Everything should be balanced. So yeah.
But also, as we talk about the industry, of course, we have our professional journey. It's also tough, to survive, And when I say something like that, especially for women, there are some offers which are made, offline. There are some, struggles where they don't want to do a certain thing, or say casting couch happens, and all these things, in the process of it. How do you balance that, And for that, you need to be very calm and composed, because you don't want to get into it, but at the same time, you really want where you want to be. How do you try to maintain that?
I think I'm blessed to be in these times. I have hardly experienced something like that. Hardly. I don't know if it's because I come with a title. It's because people know me already. Because I'm not a complete newbie when it comes to being in entertainment industry.
Yeah.
There are women who are complete newbies and people see them as desperate to get work and probably try out those ways, which is absolutely wrong. But I have not experienced something like that, like so tremendously. Yeah, back in the days when I was 17, 18, I had 1 or 2 experiences again because I was new. But nothing as such. So I think nobody should indulge themselves. If they're not up for such negative step, no woman should have to go through it. I don't think that's the... and I don't think people these days have that approach either, because times have changed.
Yes.
There are stronger women out there, women who are smart, women who know that, and there's so much work out there as well, know.
Exactly.
Like just because, for example, there's a big banner film, and a woman wants to do it, and she's been given an option.
Yeah.
I'm someone who would let that go and take a smaller path, probably do an OTT show or a stronger character, and just be ignoring that, because no one wants to indulge in something like that. Yeah, no woman, no strong, smart woman would want to. So yeah.
But as much as we talk about mental health and the concerns around it, and at the same time, women, oriented roles, I have also seen one change, which the bigger change is that women are not like, age defined right now, as much as it was earlier.
Yeah.
So even if I see a Madhuri Dixit doing a certain role, she's completely okay because, even they are not counting on her age. They are giving that role because she deserves that role. Do you also feel the same? Do you feel that that has changed and that was the most important thing, that women are not judged after 30s, careers, end and all like that? That way?
Absolutely. I think it, see, that's why I told you that I'm blessed to be living in these times.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why this is happening is because of OTT emergence of OTT platforms. It has opened up to so much of good content and so many opportunities that it's okay if a 30-year-old woman is not being cast as a 25 in a film, she can still play a 30 or 32-year-old woman in some OTT or in some better content, you know. So I think times have changed for sure. Nobody cares about what a woman looks like, whether she's 35. You can have a lot of jobs at 35. You can have a lot of jobs at 40 also. You can be contented with your age and not have this pressure of, oh my God, I'm 27. I want to look like 22. Yeah.
But how OTT has worked in favor for you? I could see that it has, it has worked very, very differently for you, and you are evolving as one of the emerging OTT star for that matter. So how does that work for you?
I think how it has helped me is that it's giving me choices of choosing what kind of work I want to do. You know, like initially people used to be typecast for the kind of roles, like let's say you play a very girl next door role, then you'll keep getting such roles only. I get a lot of different kinds of role and I get to choose. Because there's so much work out there, I get to choose whether I want to play a strong, smart woman. Okay, one, I'm done with that. Let's play a girl next door. Oh, let's play a small town girl now. Oh, there's so many opportunities and so many versatile characters that I get to play because of OTT. That's why I feel blessed. Yeah.
And I'm sure you're blessed with the best. But before I let you go, I have to ask you about your upcoming projects. What are you working on? Where your focus lies on right now?
Well, I am right now waiting for the second season of Badi Heroine Banti Hai. So yeah, after that, I think this is one common answer I'll give you every time you ask me this question. Wait for it, Samina.
And even working with Kashmir again and all, is something like that happening in the pipeline?
Not yet. I heard that they're coming up with Tu Zakham Hai's third season, but not yet. Okay. So yeah.
But would you prefer playing like negative shades, or would you prefer like keep on experimenting with your roles? What interests you more?
Versatility. 100%. Because I get to show out there that I can pull off all kinds of characters. And I think even on the days, I go to meet, like, let's say I'm meeting someone for the first time, and then the second time, and they're like, oh, you look different. The last time you looked different. I'm like, listen, you'll tell me 5 times that I look different, because I do look different. I can pull off all these different roles and characters, and again, I feel blessed. I mean, I think that's just the way I am. So I would like to play around with that versatility. And as an actor also, I think I have it in me that I can pull off all these different characters. So yeah. Why not?
And women are blessed with that. I must say that. Multi-talented, I would.
Yeah. I think blessed and hard work.
Hard work.
It takes a lot of work to be an actor. A lot of work. Unlearning, learning. I think, and that's the beautiful part about it. So,
what's the process you enjoy the most being an actress?
Breathing the character. For those, like, as Anastasia also, I was living Anastasia for 3 months. Not in my vanity, except for my vanity and my home, or else they would just kick me out of the house. But otherwise, like on set, imagine you're one person and you get to play, you get to live, you get to breathe this other individual, other character for a brief amount of time. I think it's beautiful, man. It's amazing, yeah.
But I have to ask you this question as well, Nehal, and which is about your work and even going through all these phases. I have to ask you that it's not that easy a journey, but at the same time, sometimes have you felt that pressure on you that you wanted to give up completely whatever you're doing and just like be lost and do a normal job? Did that ever happen to you? Because the pressure on an actress is a lot. for that matter.
Right.
Performance in a certain manner, look in a certain manner,
Right.
give dialogue deliveries in a certain manner. Public, appearance, for that matter. Have you ever felt that way? Like, let go of your acting career?
Well, yes, I have, like twice, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. It was so much pressure of looking a certain way, of probably acting a certain way on camera. I'm not gonna like tell you a lot of things. Then you'll be able to conclude what am I talking
No,
about.
exactly, yeah,
But it is a lot of pressure actually, because then people want you to do everything on the basis of what they want from you. And you completely lose out on yourself. Your mind is just everywhere, and it's very hectic. It's super hectic. So yes, I've felt like I want to leave this. I don't want to do this. But then I meditate. I come back to my senses. I come back to who I am. I remind myself that this is what I've chosen for myself. This is a choice that I've made, and not just twice, but probably 100 times I'll feel that throughout my life, that I want to leave this. But my love for this art form gets me back to where it is. So I think even if it's like, when a kid is like really troubled with something, it runs away from there, like, oh, tantrums nahi karna. But then it loves their mother or father or their home. It comes back. I think that's how I am. That's what happens with me. I may have 100 reasons to leave, but that one reason, my love for this art form, gets me back.
Especially, being a public figure, the personal life gets quite into radar, especially like, whether you're single, you're dating someone, the relationship is going haywire, whatever like that. So how do you
probably
balance
you're dating someone and then you have a different controversy coming up with someone else.
that?
And I'm like,
Exactly.
where is that coming up?
And
So,
to
yeah.
balance that, as a personal, as a person who's not there in camera, on
Right.
camera, it's okay.
Right,
They can
yeah,
still manage
yeah.
these things and all. But being a public figure is very difficult. So how do you manage to do that?
Again, find the balance. Just sort it out. So at the end, I think every problem has a solution in life. So yeah, and I think, see, social media helps a lot. Let's say if there's a controversy or some wrong information going out there, you just post the right information through your social media. It's that simple. Or keep quiet. I think ignorance is bliss. Sometimes I follow that, and sometimes I would speak about it. So yeah.
And before I let you go, I have to ask her whether Nehal is single or she's dating someone. Tell me, Nehal.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
see that blush on her face right now. So the public figure is on a personal level blushing.
Even I don't know whether I'm dating or I'm single.
I think she's in the AI world already.
I think I'm in the Gen Z world,
Yes.
where there are phases of being in a relationship, and I think I am in an unknown phase where I don't know what am I doing.
So is it situationship or is it gaslighting?
No, I don't think
lighting.
I don't think I'll ever be in a situationship. It sucks.
Yeah, big
It
time.
sucks.
But yeah, somewhere there's some hint, so I'm just going to like run my mind over this.
I think I'm seeing someone.
Okay.
Or probably I'm in a delulu state of mind.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
See,
the delulu is a
I
delulu.
think I am in the delulu state of mind,
Yeah?
where I think I'm seeing someone and the other person isn't.
The other person is blind right now. I think the person is really missing on a big thing, I must say that. But it was lovely chatting with you. But before I let you go, we're going to play a small fun segment and we'll see tomorrow is mein kitna fun hai. So the very first question to you is, we are playing this rapid fire round with Nehal. So let's talk to
I'm
her.
anxious right now.
What is the last thing you do before going to bed?
Meditate.
Okay. If you could swap lives with a Bollywood character for a day, who would it be and why?
Priyanka Chopra, because I love her journey and I like where the place that she is right now. So yeah.
What is your go-to dance move at parties?
Oh, I'm a techno rager, so anything that involves anything, random.
If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
I could remove all the money out of this world and just remove money. And just probably pour your hearts, exchange love. Yeah,
That's true, yeah. I think we do need that. Okay, behind the scenes, what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you on set?
Oh my God, I broke my nose on the sets of Badi Heroine Bandi Hai.
Oh,
yes, I'm a bit chaotic in life. Like I'm all over the place. I'm an overthinker, and I'm very highly energetic, spontaneous that way, very bubbly that way.
Huh.
So I was doing something and I wanted to sit down to pick something, and I hit a table which was the edge of which was really sharp, and I hit it on my nose, and I had my scene after that. And then the whole crew, the director and everybody, like the next thing I know is they're all standing in front of me with a bleeding nose. I'm like, sorry. So yeah.
Who's the funniest person you have worked with in the industry?
Funniest?
Yeah.
No one yet, yeah. Not the funniest as such.
Yeah.
I've had more funnier friends rather than
Yeah,
co-actors. so-
really? Okay, I think the fun part is missing in the
Yeah,
industry. It
missing.
should be coming back.
I could be the funniest one.
Yeah, you can count yourself.
I am.
I have to see her fun side for sure.
You must.
And last two questions. What is the strangest fan encounter you have ever had?
Strangers. Oh, I was working as a showstopper for one of the Times Fashion Weeks.
Okay.
And this fan had traveled all the way from Patiala to just see me
Wow.
for 15 minutes because she had a bus back to Patiala. So I think, and I'm very grateful for that. She started crying and she gifted me something, and she was holding my hand. She couldn't believe that moment, and I think that's the biggest fan moment I've had.
And lastly, if you could have dinner with any Bollywood legend, who would it be and why?
SRK.
And why?
No, not just because of what an amazing artist he is, but I've heard so much about the kind of person that he is. I want to witness that on my own as well, like first-handedly. I want to see what aura exactly he emits, and how he hosts me if I go to his place to have dinner or something. I don't know, but SRK for sure.
Hashtag Gauri Khan is looking for you.
I mean, obviously, when I go to meet SRK, Gauri would be there. So
Yeah. But lovely chatting with you, Nehal.
Lovely
And
chatting with you.
looking
too.
forward to more of your work and the surprises which you always keep on hiding from me.
Yeah.
I'll get to know for sure.
But
Lovely
watch
chatting.
Badi Heroine Banti Hai on Amazon Mini TV. It's crazy. You love my looks for sure. Hi, this is Nehal Chudasama, and you're watching me exclusively on Zoom.